Ward, as you take this risk and gamble, as you said.
Y'all wrote that.
I know.
It wasn't my words. I'm just throwing them back at you.
I know. What was the biggest thing you had to get past? Obviously, you knew Juwan Howard wanted to be here. You knew he had love for the university. What did you have to get past to convince you that he could lead the program?
I just had to sit and talk to him about his plan. And it was, for me, complete in the sense of, look, I told him, I asked him about his offensive philosophy and his defensive philosophy. I asked Jim sometime about that. I asked Hutch about that sometime. Mel talks to me about, man, listen, I can't coach. We talked about that. But I don't understand all the, pick and rolls and the movement and the basket and all the stuff the guys back there learn every day on this court. But what I do know is people. And what I wanted to hear is what I heard. I care about them as people first. I want them to be great students and great athletes. He's competitive. He wants to win because they want to win. He had a plan and he thought about what he would like his staff to look like. He's still working through that to solidify. He talked about his family, which is also important. Look, we hire an individual, but people bring a family, right? And so they have to be committed and and want to be a part of this and supportive and those kind of things. And so we talked about a lot of different stuff, most of which didn't include the X's and O's on this court. I knew he knew him. I knew he had that particular piece in him. But I wanted to just hear from him, and as he said, get to know each other as men, as people. Him talking about how he envisions his head coach responsibilities and his plan. And for me, at the end of the day, and I half joke about the gamble and the risk and all the stuff you all wrote. It wasn't something I thought of that way. It wasn't in my mind, it wasn't a risk I'm taking. It was that I was bringing a great person and somebody who I thought will be a great head coach on day one here. He doesn't have the experience, but let you check. I'm gonna give credit to Brendan. In the last 2 years, folks, 110 schools have changed basketball coaches. A lot of those people who changed had great deals of experience. Let him evolve, let him develop into a head coach of his own. That's what I'm gonna do, support him, answer questions, put people around him, and let him evolve. All these things about, well, he hasn't coached a game, and what's Ward doing? And, oh my God, he's taking a risk and a gamble and all these different things. I'm a gamble with people who love this place the way he does. That gets emotional when he looks at his family and he talks to those kids. I'm gonna take that risk, I'm gonna take that challenge, put it on me. Let him evolve. I talked about his great colleagues because those are the people who one day, I remember talking to Hutch, this years ago. Hutch started right from being an assistant, I think for a year. Was it a year or 2 years? 2. Started part-time, she worked as an administrative assistant. She's the greatest coach in the history of softball. Jim started part-time with his daddy in the off-season. In other words, folks, we all have a place to start. He started 6 years ago under 2 of the best minds in basketball, in Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra. He's played for some of the greatest coaches in NBA history. He played for Steve Fisher here, who's a national championship coach. I know it's long-winded, but I was waiting for that question, Wojo. I was waiting for it because, for me, I'll take it. But let him evolve, because he will, in my opinion, evolve into a great coach, a great head coach, because he's already a great man, as y'all saw.